Hello! It's me. It's Eric. And I'm making a game called The God Killer, but I'm going to depart from that just slightly today for the session today. And let's see. Yeah, so I've got a recording set up behind me. And I already used it. I'm going to explain it a little bit. But the gist of what I'm doing, or what I have done, is record some voiceover parts for this contest related to a game that I made the first version of and help other people with later versions of. And there's one character I did in it called Arky. And Arky is, well, he's like a guy, a bit of a blowhard. He's got a high opinion of himself. He's not that smart. And actually, he's an idiot. He's just really stupid. Let me give you an example of what the original recording sounds like. So, years back, this is what I sent to Mike Reimer, and he edited this and put it inside of a game called The Second Sky.
Odkarn.
So,
Mithral Bodkarn. I see you. It is I, First Archivist, formerly known as Second Archivist. Do not hide. Do I gaze upon Mithral Bodkin?
so if you could picture this guy talking, and there is a picture of him I drew someplace. He would know a lot of this while he was talking. You know, he would say, "Oh, I've still got the wrong announcement and date up at the top of this. I'll fix that real quick." Properties. It is June 30th, 2019, and we are going to do voice of Arky and God. And to put that, you'll probably see up above me the title just changed to be more accurate. And since I have worked on the God Killer yesterday and today, I get to change my progress every day counter to 70 days in a row where I spent time working on my game each and every day, despite countless interruptions that came up. So Arky, he talks like this, and he likes to add length to his words. He likes his words to go on a long time. And he has some difficulty with S's. Sometimes they sound like sometimes they sound so on this stream I'm going to do a bunch of Arky. Okay. Now, I didn't write the lines that I recorded. Somebody else did. A bunch of other people did. There are people that were involved in this contest run by, I won't say his real name. I have an email, but I don't know if he's good with his real name being said. But his forum name on the Caravel forum is Dragon Fogel, and he's actually been involved with the Drod community. This is a game that they did it for a while, years in fact. I think he's got like crazy records for high scores and numbers of rooms solved and stuff like that. So I guess I will give a little more context, and I'll see if I can just find a room from within the game Archidrad. Okay, I think this is coming actually from the contest. It'll show a picture of Arky too. There's Arky up here, drawing I made. Bithral, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Hello, and welcome back to Arky's Revenge. Next up is Tar Stuff Switch Tokens, and when scouting for this place, I went around the wrong direction the first time. It is, in fact, over here. So, I guess, yeah, I could show this. The run around this way. This is what the outline of it looks like. There is actually a little alcove here I could have stepped into, which would show 2 more rooms off of that as well. So that's the scale of things. Also, some of these, as we're going to see here.
So yeah, you kind of get an idea of the game. And then at the front beginning here, there's this little dude here, which is the character. And all the people that participated in the contest, which was creating levels, they had bits of dialogue that fed into the script that I recorded from. And they wanted it done in the original voice that I had used earlier when making this character in the game. So that's what I did. Now, behind me, I'll switch back to the big stupid head view, as I call it. So behind me is what I used earlier today to record this. There is a foam-lined box here called a Portabooth. At least that's the brand name for this particular one. Inside of it there is a microphone, which is a Shure SM58. And there's a little pop filter in front of the microphone. And then towards the back of it, of this little Portabooth thing, this foam-lined case here, there is my iPad, and my iPad had the script up there. And when I record with this setup, which is an unusual setup, but it works pretty well for my circumstances, I have to stick my head into the booth and read the iPad in front of me. So I stick my head inside this little box and I record that way. Okay, so I was thinking that would not be a great thing to watch on a live stream. I had invited some people to stop by the live stream. I didn't want to have them staring at the back of my head for while I was doing this for 30 minutes or so. So I just went ahead and recorded it. There's also another issue that, like, I had to stop multiple times for trains, planes, and automobiles, ambulances. So that was annoying. That wouldn't make a good stream either. After a while, I just said, I should just record this. I should just record this now. I should record it all now. I was just doing like a little test when I started out, but then I just said, nah, this is going to be painful for anybody else to watch. So I just recorded it all in this. Why this little booth thing? Why don't I just get a really awesome microphone and that'll take care of it? No, it's not how it works. So audio lesson, and I recorded in a number of studios. I've set up a studio. I used to meet with voice over actors every week to record. I had a VO company. I'm not the most expert person on this, but I did put in a little bit of time figuring it out. So here's my pro tip. Less important than the microphone that you buy is the environment that the microphone is inside of. So if you have like a really nice mic and $800 thing, you're bragging about the great sound you're getting with it, and it's just inside a normal room, it's not going to sound that good. It's wasted, really. You have to have a treated room, or if you want to cheat like me, this little booth thing is okay. And it's not even that great. But the main problem with getting good sound is all the echoes off of surfaces around you. And I live in a place that's got one giant 1,500 square foot room. Well, not quite all 1,500 square feet, but about 1,200 square feet. And then there's like a bathroom and a little tiny room cut out of that large space. So it echoes in here. It echoes bad. This little booth thing is a good solution for getting around it. If I was going to actually record something super professional, I would talk to my friend Alex and get some time in his studio and record down there. But for a casual little project, I just decided to use this. So it's the Shure SM58, a very cheap to moderately priced but respectable microphone, going into this sort of dedicated recording hardware thing. It's not that special, but it does let me plug in like up to 8 microphones that have, not like the computer cable, but I forget, it's been so long, I forget what these are called, but these kind of cables. So these cables are what like non-computer microphones use. And then you buy a computer microphone, it's going to have like a USB plug-in, but there's a whole bunch of good microphones that just have this type of cable, and they also don't have what's called a preamp or preamplifier. So this type of hardware has like a kind of a cheap built-in preamp to it. So then the other good thing about this is it's all solid state, so there's no hard drives whirring, there's no fans. It doesn't generate any extra noises. And I turned off the air conditioner, I turned off the fan off the side. And it was a warm day, so it wasn't the most comfortable option, but I'd like to have like reasonably good audio here. And I think it isn't bad. What I've got is not bad. Here and there's going to be some car noises, ambulances, trains. I stopped when it got really loud for any of those things. I think I caught all the bad points. Now what I'm going to do in this session is I'm going to go through and I'm going to go over each piece of audio, and I'm going to do some editing on it. Nothing big, just kind of marking out the beginning and end and deleting extra takes and coughs, and listening to see if I missed a really bad background audio that really makes the clip sound bad. And in that case, I will do a retake, and that won't take that long. So yeah, and you will get to watch me edit this if you want. Now, if somebody pops in on the chat who actually wrote the line or any of the lines that I'm editing, ask me to do a replay on it. I'll play it for you. I'll take notes. If you want to record it a different way than how I did, I'm okay to do a few retakes on it. Alright, so I'm going to go to editing pretty soon here. So the other thing is, if anybody's catching this show and wondering like what all my different things are about, so the main thrust of what I'm doing is making this game called The God Killer. It's a top-down 3D puzzle solving game, and most of my live streaming sessions are about that. Monday through Thursday in the evenings, at least Pacific Standard Time, I do live coding sessions where I'm in Unity and C# writing code, and on Sundays, like this session here, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll do game development stuff, but not coding. So that's what I'm up to these days. And I took a little diversion to do some work on this game I had a lot of past involvement with, and the players of which are really cool. So anyways, let's get to some editing, and I see a few people are on the stream now. Hi. All right. So here's the lines. I'm going to move the lines off to kind of a left window, and I may glance over at them every now and then to make sure I haven't missed something. I did go through all these lines really fast. Now you can't see the lines, but they're off on another monitor to the left. Alright, you're going to hear me doing this silly, stupid voice. Oh. Okay, this is a program called Adobe Audition.
The Delver is presented with not one, but two impossible puzzles, and so is doubly confounded. Here, the Delver may choose to be armed or disarmed, giving him a false sense of control.
One problem with this character, enunciation. Like, if I went and did all these lines making certain that you heard and understood every word, which is the VO standard, I would still be working on this. It would be hours and hours of recording. I just don't have time. Don't have time to do that. So unfortunately, a lot of these, they're a little bit hard to understand what the words are. The character speaks in an unclear way because of the nature of the silly voice. There is like a text that goes up alongside the audio inside of the game.
If he is disarmed, he won't be able to survive the onslaught of roaches. But if he is armed, he won't be able to guide the Fogando. Either way, he's trapped. Here, the Delver is ensnared by one of the classic speed potion traps. He needs the potion in order to get away from the exploding bombs in time. But once he has taken it, he will be forced to kill the adder before it can trigger the pressure plate. Golem Rebel. Gives the Delver a pickaxe, 8 pressure plates, and a giant to form 4 piles of rubble.
So I'm going over the lines that I already did a little bit of editing on. And there's just a huge number of them. After a bit, I'll get to the unedited ones.
The bomb maze and the Delver's nephew trapped within ensures no trickery with detonating the bombs or having the Delver weigh down a plate. Even if the Delver somehow manages it, I'd like to see them survive that fire trap behind the green gate. Golems. I've stocked this chamber with bombs to make it difficult to access the golems. The door switch is out of reach, but if a mimic is used,
Alright, so now I'm at the point where I have to edit. So if anybody is an author of one of these lines, let me know, and I will play that part for you. And it is possible. I'm not like going out of my way to do retakes, but I'm willing to do retakes, and I don't mind. I don't want to do it just to try it out different ways, but if there's something that you want to do different, then sure, no problem.
I've stocked this chamber with bombs to make it difficult to access the golems. The door switch is out of reach. But if a mimic is used,
So I'm just deleting the crud there.
But if a mimic is used to strike it, the Delver will either be trapped in the room.
Alright, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm eyeballing the script to see where, at least in the script, the lines are broken up. I'm setting these markers up here at the top so that later on it will divide them out according to those markers into separate files. But I've lost my place in the script, so where is it? The line is...
I've stocked this chamber with bombs.
I've stocked this chamber with bombs, so I'm searching for that. Stocked. Alright. So first he says golems.
Golem.
Okay, I'm in the right place. Then it's I've stocked this chamber with bombs.
I've stocked this chamber with bombs to
make it difficult to access the golems.
Make it difficult to access the golems.
Okay. then mark another line.
The door switch is out of reach, but if a mimic is used to strike it, the delver will either be trapped in the room or eaten alive.
Okay.
Fagundo. There are 2 pairs of brains. Killing one traps the guard or uses up a Fagundo. Killing trapped guards.
Die Luftwaffe. Thank you.
Killing trapped guards also uses up a Fagundo.
Did you make any of the lines in this?
Guards also uses up a Fagundo. Poor Delver only gets 1 Fagundo. Line of sight. To kill the evil eye, it must see the Delver and wake up.
Ah, cool.
There are 3 doors controlled by 3 plates.
Hey, and what's your Drod forum name, if I may ask?
Controlled by 3 plates, all outside of the line of sight. No matter which plate the Delver stands on, he can't stand on a plate and be seen by the eye at the same time.
Kalen, it was fun. But man, y'all wrote a lot of them. Man, you wrote a lot. And my voice was a coffee mess at the end of them. I'm still recovering a tiny bit from that. It's like, to kill the evil eye, it must feed the devil and wake up. Just do that for like a solid half hour and it just scratches up. It is going to be long. You're right about that. Okay.
Stand on a plate and be seen by the eye at the same time. Deviously uncrackable. Floor spikes. Since floor spikes activate every 10 turns, the Delver can only walk 9 spaces into the corridor before the spikes pop up and kill him.
There's the first of the coughs. They get worse.
The Delver can only walk 9 spaces. The Delver can only walk 9 spaces into the corridor before the spikes pop up. Before the spikes pop up and kill him. Pop up and kill him. And even if he did somehow make it, there's no way he could get back.
Okay. That's the thing. I thought my first take was pretty good, but I recorded it again for some reason.
And even if spaces into the corridor before the spikes pop up and kill him.
Alright.
And even if he did somehow make it, there's no way he could get back. There's no way he could get back.
Okay, that did sound better.
There's no way he could get back.
Oh, which one's yours? Sentinel Proxima.
River crossing.
Floor spikes. Okay, floor spikes. Here's floor spikes.
And even if he
Wait a minute.
Floor spikes.
Floor spikes.
Since floor spikes activate every 10 turns, the delver can only walk 9 spaces into the corridor before the spikes pop up and kill him. And even if he did somehow make it, there's no way he could get back. River crossing.
I just do love the image of this stupid guy. He's like, oh, river crossing. He's just getting all jacked up on his own treachery. Oh, floor spikes. Okay, where are we at? Where am I at? River crossing.
Place the stalwart, Brain and Slayer on one side of the river. They must be brought to the other side alive. If left together unattended, the Slayer would slay the Slayer would slay the stalwart, or the stalwart would stab the Brain.
I think that sounds pretty good, except for the little catch in the middle.
Slay the Slayer would together unattended, the Slayer would slay the stalwart, or the stalwart would stab the Brain. Place a stalwart, Brain, and Slayer on one side of the river. There must be. Place a stalwart, Brain, and Slayer on one side of the river. Place a stalwart, Brain, and Slayer on one side of the river.
Yeah, that one's, I think, better. Okay.
Place. They must be brought to the other side of.
Then these long empty spots are usually there's like some crap going on outside. Train or something.
I will keep recording. It's just easier to let it record while the stupid train goes by.
Stupid train.
I'm going to walk away now and go.
Alright, never mind.
I can still hear the train.
God damn it.
Not the train.
Stupid
Place
train.
the stalwart, Brain, and Slayer on one side of the river. They must.
I think I already got that one. I thought I liked the first recording. I'll leave that.
Oh, God.
I'm just upset about all the noises outside.
Place a stalwart.
I already got this.
Being one of them with him at a time, the room is clearly impossible.
Okay, I don't want to accidentally delete. Okay, so I want Sense the Delver. That's the new. That one, yeah. Mark it.
Since the Delver can only bring one of them with him at a time, the room is clearly impossible. Ha! A P.S. I have included a P.S. I have included a speed potion to make the room, well, not totally unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I am not a monster.
Ah, that's wrong. I recorded the wrong line there. Okay, so I said the opposite of what Arky said. So I'm marking that one to do a retake, which I'll do. But I'm going to get all the retakes that I need together at one time. Unsolvable. P.S. I have included a speed potion. Okay, so let's file, make a copy. I'll show you what I'm doing. So this one is view only because I got it from Dragonfogel. So I'll make my own copy. Eric. Copy. Okay. P.S. I have included this. Okay, retake on this one. Okay, off to the left screen again to be hidden. And this
P.S.
is garbage. I throw that one away. Must redo it. Okay.
Decoy potion.
Decoy potion.
The delver is forced to place the decoy under the pressure plate in order to enter. They must kill all 4 roaches in order to reach the 5th. Even if you make it past the decoy with one of the roaches alive, which is clearly impossible, the roach will still die by the fire traps, locking the delver in.
I made a small error there, but the meaning still holds up. So the original line was, the roach will die through the fire traps. And instead I said, the roach will die by the fire traps. Same meaning. Unless the person that wrote that line is here and they say, no, I really need it to be that way, then I'll redo it. But otherwise, it stands.
Guarded pressure plates. The delver cannot reach the water skipper without holding down both of the western plates. But decoys guard those plates, so he won't be able to push mirrors there. The decoys cannot be moved or killed, or the delver will be trapped. Ha! He's doomed. Ha! Ha! He is doomed. Ha! He is doomed. Ha! He is doomed.
Oh, that one's better.
A mimic.
Just want to say quickly, you're sorry you promised 2 people I'd help them with their text, but I only got around to one of them. Is there a change you want to make in the text that I can record? I had originally said to Dragon Folk will get all the final changes to me, and I don't want to mess with all these revisions coming in late, but that's just kind of like keep there from being a floodgate of them. So if you've got something that you want to change to one of the lines now, and like in this half hour to an hour that I'm on, I can re-record. Anyway, so I'll keep going.
A mimic potions. Place roaches behind arrows. 4 of the roaches require a mimic to be placed by them to slay. Only provide 3 potions. Now the delver cannot kill other roaches. Unable to confront their ancestral foes, the delver will be forced to admit defeat. Truly a devious plan.
If I were going to give one tip to the people writing these, I can't now. I mean, it's like retroactive. You got to give more dramatic things for Arky to say.
Truly a devious plan.
See, when somebody says truly a devious plan, then I can get it's easier to get into it. Okay. We understand. No worries, man.
Brained roach. The Delver
But I gotta say, on the whole, like, these are all written pretty well. Very, very clearly expressed. All of them. There wasn't, like, one that was like, huh?
have a path for a roach to hit precipice.
Let me see.
Hit precipice.
Oh, wait. Allowing them to reach the
Allowing them to reach a brain.
The brain.
Brained movement ensures that the roach will never step on certain plates. Bridges allow the brained roach to find the path through the delver wherever they are. But trapdoors stop the delver from simply walking across the bridge. I am so genius. I am so genius. I am so genius. I am so genius. Hot tiles. Fact. A delver is too smart to linger on hot tiles. Fact. A delver is too stupid to inform his allies.
I like that one. Fact. Fact. Let's see. Alright. Where am I at? Green Coffin of Death.
That's snakes.
Whoa. Did I miss? Oh no, that's just the name of the room. It's not dialogue. Okay.
That snakes will never touch the floor spikes by themselves.
By themselves.
The two mimics might assist the delver, but there are 3 snakes. In addition, the mimics are helpless without a proper weapon. Once the mimic goes into a snake box, it is impossible to reach another box. The yellow doors are useless to trap the snakes, and they can only be closed after leaving the snake box. If the delver continues, he will be confined in a green coffin, lacking even a means to...
That was a lengthy pause. Take that out.
He'll be confined in a green coffin, lacking even a means to kill himself to end his suffering. Lacking even a means to kill himself to end his suffering.
I like that slightly better.
To end his suffering. Faced with the tremendous traps. Faced with the tremendous traps, each devil would surely bow his head in silent resignation. Dust of switch tokens. Great Great blobs of tar stuff that are unclearable unless the delver uses a tar stuff switch token. Oh, that's loud.
Huh, it actually wasn't that loud.
Tar stuff switch token. Oh, that's loud.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have been overstating, like, in my mind, how loud the background noise was. So my little booth actually did a pretty decent job of shielding it out.
Great blobs of tar stuff that are unclearable unless the delver uses a tar stuff switch token. Place the switch token so far away that when the delver has gone to the token and back, the tar stuff is already regrown. The Delver would then be left running back and forth in vain, unable to escape. Fagundos.
Try not to leave giant blocks of dead air in front of each clip.
Fagundos.
And also those little clicks at the beginning are not good.
Fagundos. A Fagundo can explode once every 6 turns.
Yeah, a bunch of little ones here.
Mathematically, spawning 5 roaches in a narrow hallway every 30 turns will prevent the Fagundo from advancing.
Delete the space.
It is impossible for the Fagundo to reach the queens. It is impossible for the Fagundo to reach the queens.
One's better. Usually the second takes better, not always.
Spiders.
And Dragonfogel made the remark here. After I made this room and wrote the scroll text, I remembered that you made the sample room for the cheap trick contest in which you did the exact thing Arky is dismissive about here. How much you want to play up the irony is entirely up to you. And I'm like, I remember nothing about that. I don't remember the cheap trick contest. I don't remember making that room. No. Yeah.
Spiders. Some architects are satisfied.
Oh, spiders.
Spiders.
Marker.
Some architects are satisfied to hide a spider and confuse the Delver. Okay. Some architects are satisfied to hide a spider and confuse the Delver into thinking a room is clear when it isn't. But it is far cleverer to place the spider in a shallow water pool that the Delver cannot safely enter. If the pool is well shaped,
Sometimes I can hear my voice getting far off of the Arky voice and I just start over.
If the pool is well shaped, even a rock giant will be no help in crossing it, as there will be no way to manipulate it into position. Even a single mirror won't make a difference. Even a single mirror won't make a difference. Even a single mirror won't make a difference.
Ah! What'd I do? Hit the wrong key.
Even
Okay.
a decoy.
Did I delete before I did that?
If the pool is
Okay. So I deleted the thing I wanted to delete, and then I just did some kind of window resizing thing that confused me. Okay. Decoy potions.
Even a single mirror won't make a difference.
Oh no, I didn't delete. Okay, there it is. Put that there.
A decoy.
Dang it.
A decoy.
Alright. Garbage there. Take that out.
A decoy. Potions. The Delver must place decoys to keep all 4 evil eyes alive. There are only 3 decoy potions.
Alright. Fluff. Surround
a blob of fluff with walls and hot tiles so there's only one exit for puffs.
To record these lines in a way that is kind of good. I have to keep on getting like excited about the same things Arky is getting excited about. So to like kind of pretend like hot tiles are just like really exciting to me in the moment, and then I'll go hot tiles. But if I let them all run together in my head, then I start like not enunciating words well or drawing out where I should.
The Delver cannot possibly split the blob into 4 puffs without losing any. Then make a gap over water to a conquer token, so that the Delver will need 2 tiles of ice going each way. To be absolutely sure, the Delver cannot cross. Provide only 3 monsters.
Right.
Feeding beacon.
By the way, you can kind of see by looking up at the top how far we are in. The audio gets more compressed as I edit. So off the left, it's more compressed on the left. I'd say we're probably about the halfway mark, if you're wondering.
Feeding beacon. Why does everyone put feeding beacons where the Delver can reach them? The seeding beacon is on a separate platform, but the Delver needs a mimic on his... Why does everyone put seeding beacons where the Delver can reach them? The seeding beacon is on a separate platform. The seeding beacon is on...
Kaylin, which room was yours?
The seeding beacon is on a separate platform. The seeding beacon is on a separate platform. The seeding beacon is on a separate platform. The seeding beacon is on a separate platform, but the Delver needs the mimic on his for... The Delver needs the mimic on his for protection.
I'm gonna check the script. So, oh, it's Chronicide's coming next, and let me check for the other 2. Nepodicide. That was early on. I'll go back to that. You can listen to it with me if you want. And Fragicide. Fragicide went past it. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to play them back for you. So, Nepotocide. Right before the green coffin of death. Oh, that was one that I commented on earlier, that I like the lines where he goes, fact.
Since floor spikes activate...
Floor spikes, where am I?
Even if he did somehow make it...
Alright. Alright, I'll show you the exercise I'm doing while I search for these. So, even if he did somehow make it, even if he... Okay, that's floor spikes. And... Okay, so that's... Oh, I should just look along here. Okay, 4 spikes is here. So nepoticide is forward a little bit. I think maybe this far.
There's no... Even if you make it past the decoy...
Okay. Past the decoy. That's the problem with the decoy. Oh, gotta go forward a bit more.
Bridges allow the brain road.
Brained roach. Okay, it's next. Okay, here it comes.
To find the path through the Delva wherever they are. But trapdoors stop the Delva from simply walking across the bridge. I am so genius. Hot tiles. Fact. A Delva is too smart to linger on hot tiles. Fact. A Delva is too stupid to inform his allies that
There is nepoticide. Let's see, the other one was cool. Thank you. Chronicide. It's further. That's okay, chronicide and fragicide. Fragicide was just a little bit before where I was editing. So let me go a little bit further up.
remain unable to escape Vagundos.
Okay. Fagundos, Shallow Thoughts, Fragricide. Okay. Let's try up here.
Spiders.
I think it's right after spiders.
In a shallow water pool that the delver cannot safely enter. If the pool is well shaped, even a rock giant to position. Even a single mirror won't make a difference. A decoy, potions. The delver must place decoys to keep all 4 evil eyes alive. There are only 3 decoy potions. Fluff.
What was that? That was it, right? Yeah. That's Fragricide. And then Chronicide's next.
So that the delver will need 2 tiles of ice going each. The seeding beacon is on a separate platform. The delver needs the mimic on his for protection. Time clones.
Time clones. Kalen. Time clones. Time clones. You got it.
A temporal token on a trapdoor is a recipe for a sudden death. But I put 13 tokens on.
Oh, I gotta get my lines marked out correctly. Time clones. Okay. So time clones. So I put.
But I. A sudden death. But I.
Wait. That's a flub there. That should be so I, not but I.
But I put 13 tokens on 13 trapdoor. So I put.
Okay, good. I fixed it.
So I put 13 tokens on 13 trapdoors. Each pressure plate must be held by a frozen oblique.
Whoa, wait a minute. Did I miss freezing? I did. Okay, I missed one line here, freezing. So I'll put that in the retake. Or I guess in my case, the first take pile. Missed line. Okay, next one should be each pressure plate.
Each pressure plate must be held by a frozen oblique.
Yeah, sure, Kalen. No worries.
Impossible to freeze 9 ontlicum. Impossible to freeze 9 ontlicum 1 mere. Additionally,
I like her put the word additionally there. It's a good pompous way for him to continue.
Additionally, I have added a pressure plate under the mirror to prevent the Delver from moving it. Truly an impossibility. Truly an impossibility. Constructs. All 4 lines of trapdoors must be dropped by a Delver or construct. Delver or construct. But there are exactly 3 constructs. Dropping the 4th line himself leaves the Delver on the wrong side of the chasm. But there are exactly 3 constructs.
That one's better.
Dropping the 4th line himself leaves the Delver on the wrong side of the chasm. Dropping the 4th line himself leaves the Delver on the wrong side of the chasm.
There's the coughing.
Fire traps. I've captured the prisoner with the fluffy allure of the Wubbers. I will put him in a room with fire traps triggered by on-off plates. I will also put a plate just outside a serpent chamber.
I kind of like the first one.
Since the Delver cannot kill the serpent without the goblin crossing the pressure plate, the prisoner is doomed to die a fiery, flamey death. Surely the Delver will think twice about trying to solve this room.
Yeah, I like the first one better.
Surely the Delver will think twice about trying to solve this room.
That one better though.
Furthermore, the orbs controlling the prison doors are cracked. If the Delver goes in to rescue the prisoner, he will become trapped himself. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Take the middle one. First one was off character, second one off energy.
The Delver needs to summon soldiers to reach the...
Oh, did I miss soldier horns? I did. Okay. Missed line, soldier horns. So, for anyone listening, I guess one thing I didn't understand is why does Arky say like the name of the element? Does that make sense in the context of the level? That he would announce when you go in, fire traps, soldier horns. Or am I just maybe getting like an extra thing in the lines?
The Dalva need to summon soldiers to reach the brains. However,
yeah, there's like 100 something lines. Did he? I can't remember now.
However, there's a door that will trap the Delver if the soldier doesn't move after being summoned. Since the Delver has to use all 5 soldier horns, he will definitely be trapped. Soldier horns.
Oh, wait a minute. I did get soldier horns. Good. So I don't have to record that again. That should come before the Delver needs to summon soldiers.
Delver needs to
Okay.
soldier. He will definitely be trapped. Fire traps. Fire. Monsters activate a fire trap at regular intervals. There's no escape from the trap after the orb is used. Since monsters may only be killed after the orb is used, the Delver is going to get fried. Fluff and tar. Fluff and tar. Fluff and tar. All varieties of tar stuff grow before fluff. Therefore, provide a large enough gap of water to reach a tar stuff mother and create a strict enough growth limit. Thus, the Delver will not be able to bridge the gap in time. Roach Queens. Allow a roach queen to spawn inside a pressure plate maze. The spawned roaches will get in the Delver's way while he tries to guide the queen to the 4 pressure plates. Meanwhile, harass the Delver with brain roaches spawned from the queens outside. It will be too distracted defending himself to solve the maze.
Okay. Briar.
Briar kills everything and even destroys piles of rock and mirrors. No matter what the Delver tries to block it with, the Briar will grow right over the tunnel that serves as its only means of escape.
Oh, okay, there's the background noise. There's the ambulance. But to me, at this point, it sounds so loud. But,
Briar kills everything and even destroys piles of rock and mirrors. No matter what the Delver tries to block it with, the Briar will grow right over the tunnel that serves as his only means of escape.
better take on that one.
Briar. Even if the Delver survives, even if the Delver somehow survives with a pickaxe, he won't be able to resist the temptation to try it all over again using the sword. Success! Success!
Yeah.
Success! Success! Success!
Alright.
I have captured a Delver. He wasn't very smart. But this gives me a great idea. Friendship.
Oh, I hope whoever plays the game with all these
Whenever another of his Delver friends comes to help him,
doesn't get really fatigued with all this Arky voicing.
he'll just trap himself. If the other Delver releases the roaches, my captor will be fully surrounded before he can do anything about it. There's no way to use a temporal projection to lure the roaches away either. There's no way to use a temporal projection to lure the roaches away either. The short fuse makes sure of that.
Okay, then it makes more sense to me. At least we're being flawlessly consistent. Everything we do.
Dart cannon.
Dot cannon. Dot cannon. People gotta know what element we're talking about.
Place brains in a secure chamber. A dart cannon will lock the chamber every 5 turns. Even if the Delver can enter the chamber, he becomes trapped. Even if the Delver can enter the chamber, he will become trapped. This provides a perfect opportunity to gloat. Atar stuff gates. It's clearly impossible to toggle a tar stuff gate off and back on again, let alone toggle it a 3rd time. The Delver would need to miraculously. The Delver. God damn it.
Let's see. Oh, I was getting upset because another train or something.
Damn it.
Ambulance, train horn. Is it just as
The Delver would need to miraculously create tar from thin air. The Delver would need to miraculously create tar from thin air. Shallow water. Since most Delvers insist on keeping their swords sheathed while wading in shallow water, simply flooding the entire room waist deep should render him completely defenseless. The placement of monsters on the green doors ensures that the Delver does not simply send the pus after them. With no way to kill anything, the room is unclearable.
And somebody made a pun. This next one is called Solution Hierarchy.
Feeding bacons. Feeding beacons. Clearing the room will lock the Delver out, and he will be forced to start the room over. Even if the Delver leaves the beacon alone and doesn't clear the room, he will still have to start the room over. The Delver will be totally confused.
This character sounds a lot like Homestar Runner.
Do you give up? Do you want to start over? I don't care. Use this beacon if you want to waste your time. It is impossible to solve every path of this room, so you should just leave.
And then several takes of You Shall Not Pass.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
They all sound about the same to me.
You shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass. You shall not pass.
Take the last one. Yeah, vigorous.
Slayers. Second Slayer will follow the Delver into the passageway.
I was trying to remember the Gandalf way of saying it. I can't remember from the movie.
Second Slayer will follow the Delver into the passageway when he tries to kill the evil eye. If he touches the tar with his hook, it will break into unreachable tar babies.
I gotta just check real quick. Gandalf, you shall not pass. I'm just waiting for the line. Well, where's that line? You shall not pass. So I did. You shall not pass. He did. You shall not pass. I think he says it more than once. So let me hear that once.
I am certain to the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arnor. Dark fire will never fail you. Flame of Udun! Go back to the shadow.
Okay, that's the one. That's the one. You shall not pass. I think I probably did it in the best Arky way, because I don't want to like exactly do the same cadence and everything if it's not how Arky would talk.
The Delver likewise has to avoid making tar babies with its own sword.
Getting close to the end of this.
Preventing him from simply outrunning the Slayer, and there is not enough space to distract his wisp either. And there is not enough space to distract his wisp either. So even if he is ahead, this is a race he can't win. Put a puff in a room. Taunt the Delver with a caber and force arrows, useless for killing the puff. Taunt the Delver with a caber and force arrows, useless for killing the puff.
That was a bad one.
Force the Delver to travel a puff in a room. Taunt the Delver with a caber and force arrows, useless for killing the puff. Force the Delver to travel a long pathway on ore mites so he can't escape the puff.
Alright.
He can never get to the Conquer token.
Alright. What's this other stuff?
And death means an exit from that sound.
Oh. Yeah, okay. So this other stuff. Huh, weird. Anyways, that's the end of the Arky lines. There's a bunch of other things in here, so I'm gonna take that out. I've got like 2 retakes. Not bad for those lines. Let me save this. That was a lot of editing work. I don't want to lose that. Save. Okay. So now you'll get to witness a live recording session. Let me check. What were my? Okay, there's a retake on the PS line. I include a speed potion to make the room while still totally unsolvable a bit less annoying. Okay, then there's another one. There should be a way to jump to the other comment I made. Okay, here it is. So freezing, let's put retake here. So I can see it easily, and then PS retake. Okay. So now I got to do a tiny little bit of setup. Tiny little bit. Won't take me long. Let us set up the thing behind me. And I gotta eject the little disc that's sticking out of the back of my computer. But before I do that, I gotta do it. Click this button that says it can't be in the computer. Alright. So then we've got this little card thing here. Take it off to this hardware, this dedicated piece of hardware that just records and nothing else. Turn that on. And you might have missed the explanation of this little box here, but basically it shields the sound from the microphone. So on my iPad, which I have to tuck into the back of the box so I can read it while I'm recording, I'm looking up the line there. So I have to say the word freezing. I might as well just start recording, and then I won't have to fiddle with it. All right. Freezing. Freezing. Okay, and then the other one was PS retake. PS, and that went with River Crossing. Man, you all made so many lines. I'm just going to practice it once. P.S. I've included a speed potion to make the room, while not still totally unsolvable. No, I keep on saying the inverse of what I should say. While still totally unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I'm not a monster. Okay. Tuck this in the back. This is why I didn't do the live stream with me recording the whole time, because you'd just be staring at the back of my head while I do this. Alright. P.S. I have included a speed potion to make the room, but not totally unsolvable. No. God, I keep messing that up. I have included a speed potion to make the room, while still totally unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I am not a monster. 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 Alright, that should do it. And pull this guy out. Stick it in the back here. Just 2 little lines left. For some reason, I have to jiggle it around a little bit to get it to be recognized. There it is. All right.
Freezing.
Good. So this equipment, it's this hardware thing behind me. It actually treats it all like a kind of like a cassette tape. So it's still got like all the other audio I recorded, but it overwrote the first part of it.
It's quantized.
It's actually a different session, but yeah. Okay, so let me just get the very first part.
Have this problem. What is you? Freezing. Freezing.
Okay, the other one was PS retake. PS, that was
Something weird going on with the file. Let me save it to disk instead of reading it off that little card. These are all the sessions that I've done since 2015. There's like one folder for each day of recording. Arky 2. Some of them were sessions that I did for Thimbleweed Park. Some of them were for an audiobook. There's a bunch of like auditions there of different actors.
Breathing.
Man, you all made so many lines. I'm just gonna practice it once. While still a bit less annoying. After
Yes, I have included a speed potion to make the room, well, not totally unstoppable. No. God, I keep messing up. More stuff to show you. Oh, I am not a monster. You're fine. Sometimes I...
Okay, get rid of all that stuff. So now it's just what I recorded a moment ago. And what's all that?
back. This is why I didn't do the live stream with me.
Okay. So now I'm going to try to get all the audio kind of at the same amplitude. So it's gotta get it to match the earlier session, and let me just test that.
While I do this.
It's garbage, right?
This is why I didn't do the live stream with me recording the
Garbage.
P.S.
There. Let's see. Okay, that's a noise sample. Remove noise from this. Okay,
P.S.
that sounds fine. Let me double check it against the other.
One can be outrunning the Slayer.
That sounds a fair amount quieter.
I have included...
Huh. Alright. I think it's pretty close. I'll turn down the audio of this a little bit after I get it edited.
Man, you all made
Okay. Garbage, I think. Okay.
Freezing.
Okay. Take that.
P.S. I have included a speed potion to make the room, well, not totally unstoppable. I have included a speed potion to make the room, while still totally unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I am not a monster.
I think that take is just fine.
Unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I am not a monster.
Alright, I think that'll do it.
P.S. I have included a speed potion to...
Okay. Copy this over to the first one. I'm not going to try to position these retakes like right in the same spot as they originally were meant to go, so that leaves a little bit of work for Dragon or whoever's working on the editing to put these in the right spot.
Freezing. P.S. I have included a speed potion to make the room, while still totally unsolvable, a bit less annoying. After all, I am not a monster.
Okay, so that's louder than this other audio, so I need to bring it down a little bit. Not a lot.
All might, so he can't escape the puff. Freezing.
Well, it's a lot louder still.
On all might, so he can't. Freezing. P.S. I have included a speed post to travel a still totally after all over with a cape.
Okay, that matches. Alright, save that. And I won't do the final steps here online of like putting it in an archive and send it off to Dragon, but that's done. That's in the done pile. I'll share just a tiny bit of audio with you from the God Killer game because I had promised to do that. I don't know if anyone's that into it, but I'll just play a little bit. This is from, I think, like the first 5 minutes of the game. So.
Good morning, happy birthday, welcome to life. I'm God, and you are... That's right. You are M. This is my world, your world too. I built it, you live in it. It's okay to explore. Take your new legs for a stretch. Just head south. South is the most southerly of the directions. So let's you and I take a little trip south, Let's move on to exciting new places. M, you are...
So, a lot of these are interactive clips. So there's things like, okay, this character who is like he's a fictitious god. He's god of this universe. That's it, right? So, as the main character, you're simply born into this world, and this being is talking to you like right away. That's how you start. And then like God character does the whole introduction tutorial. And if the player's doing something the wrong way, he'll kind of gently and then repeat his instructions and then lose patience after a bit. This part is this might make sense to Drod players. This is the god's explanation of how the world works.
So as I said, space is quantized, but also time. When I slapped you, you moved across multiple squares in that same slice of time, what I call a step. You will be amazed at all the events that can transpire in just a single tiny step.
And in this tutorial, it's the same problem as with Drod. New players don't get that everything is stopped and paused, or can be, while they think about what they're going to do next. So I do have a scene in the early rooms in this game, which also has the stepping mechanic, where the God character explains that. And so the main character M, she sees a room with a mirror in it, and there's another thing on the other side that is making the same directions or making the same movements she is, and suddenly the mirror shatters, and then the other creature is revealed not to be her reflection, but is actually a different creature.
So all newborns have this problem. What is you and what is not you? It seems like whatever reacts to you is controlled by you, is you. Not always the case. That one over there, his name is Billy. An interesting thing about Billy and all the other creatures is they only move after you move. Well, maybe from Billy's perspective, you are moving after he does, but the point is, you can wait as long as you like before choosing what to do. Time is stopped for you while you consider things. What an amazing gift that is! You, dear M, have the power to ponder. People in other universes get rushed into catastrophes, not you. Push Billy.
All right, and past this, it gets a little spoilery, so I'll not keep playing. I will show the game itself, a little bit of it, so you can kind of get the gist of it. Let's see. So there's some stuff I was doing. I was right in the middle of. It's going to be the mechanics are going to be. Thanks, Kalen. Yeah, I put it in as a placeholder because I was thinking like I would get like another actor to do it, but I might be satisfied with it as far as the voice goes. But it's there to at least to start out to test out the tutorial levels. So all this red stuff I was just playing with, I want to hide it before I demo the game. Let's see. I do have. Sometimes I screw up and I don't share like the. Okay, good, cool. Okay, let's move the game screen back over to here. No, that's not where you go. Come on. Game screen there. Here we go. Then I want to hide those red O's and X's. They're part of a new feature under development that I do not have done yet. So I'll just hide all those. There we go. Alright, now I hit play. And you can see the current state of things. So this is made in Unity. The frame rate is slow while I'm broadcasting, so it looks a little choppy there. If I'm not broadcasting, it goes faster. So just like in Drod, you've got this idea where you press a key and you move. There's some other things that I wanted to do in Drod, but it was a little bit hard to work it in. So it's this idea of pushing. So I'm going to move west 1 square, and I'm this red character here. When I move west, this creature will move north into my square and push me north. So if I get pushed over the side like that and I die, and I restart instantly. I have this other power called flinging, which I can use to move as many spaces as are unblocked at a time. So I can push, I can fling, I can walk around 4 directions, not 8. There's no diagonals on purpose. I want it to be a little bit simpler that way. You can drop as far as you want, and part of it is figuring out how to move in 3 space and navigate not just moving in 3 space, but solving problems that require you to make a model of where things are in 3 dimensions. Like to get to this ledge that's just to my left or west, I might have to come up to this far above walkway up here and drop down to it, right? So I can't immediately get there, but I can see some things above that might help me get there. Then that's part of it too. And those little guys that are running around, they're basically like 3D roaches. They just beeline for me in 4 directions. Okay, so there's not any real point to killing things just for the point of killing them. So there's more evasion in this. You can kill. But it's really more about, like, you have some goals in the level, and if you have to kill along the way to get to your goals, sure, fine. But most of the time it's more useful to evade. So if I want to get north of these guys, then I want to evade them, not fight through them. So I can go off west and head north. Here you'll see me push. There, I push those guys. Everybody in a line gets pushed. And if there's no place for you or the thing you're pushing to go, then you just get squished up against a wall. So, and the enemies too, when they die, they just respawn just like you do. Let's see if I can show an example. Okay, so this guy north of me, he can't go any further north if I push him north. So if I push him, he dies. But he didn't die for long, he just respawned. So he's south of me. So that's why I say there's not that much inherent value in killing things, and most of the time it doesn't really serve your purposes. You're mainly just trying to get to different goals in the level, and they're in your way, and sometimes you want to kill them. A lot of times, more often, you just want to evade them. So and that's that. That's the deal. That's the thing. I'm working on that Monday. Well, I'm working on it every day, really. But I'd have like live coding sessions on Monday through Thursday, and then at the beginning of it, before I start coding, I show a little demo of it. And then Sundays, I do some kind of session where it's not coding, but it's still related to game development. So I might do art, audio, like we did today, although it was broad focus today. Or level design. Pretty soon I'm going to be doing like the starting levels. The audio that I recorded was meant to feed into that. The stuff I played little clips of. So I think I'll call that a session and end it here. I appreciate people coming on and chatting with me and hanging out. Yeah. So have a good time, y'all, and see you later. Stop in the stream, stop in the stream, stop in the stream.